Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and in this video we're going to break down the Belstaff Long Way Up Jacket and Pants, available at RevZilla.com. Now, if you're anything like myself, you got into adventure riding probably in part because of Charlie and Ewan and the adventures that they had in Long Way Down, and now the outcoming, yet to be released, Long Way Up, where they come up from South America on a pair of Harley live wires. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how this adventure plays out. Now, the Long Way Up jacket and pants from Belstaff have been designed in coordination with the Dynamic Duo and Belstaff to give you the top of the line adventure offering from the premium brand. Now, if you're not familiar with Belstaff, they have been traditionally known in the motorcycle community for their wax cotton design for years and generations. They are now seen as a real luxury brand within adventure riding and within apparel. What they've done a very good job of is mixing, luxury aesthetic and style with functionality. So the piece that we're going to take a look at today is the Long Way Up jacket and pant that is used by Ewan and Charlie in the new series. And this is really going to be kind of giving Climb a run for their money as far as the technicality that you're seeing them incorporate into their pieces. Now, the price on this is that designer Belstaff Premium. You're looking at around $1,675 for the jacket and around $1,175 for the matching pants. So just keep in mind, you're paying for the luxury that you're getting with the Belstaff name. It's not gonna be for everybody, but for those people out there that want a little bit more style mixed into their gear, this is definitely something to look at. Now, sizes will range from an extra small up to a 4XL for the jacket and from a 45 up to a 58 in the pants. Now, from a sizing perspective, Mr. McHugh on my left-hand side, he has a 44-inch chest, stands at 6 feet, weighs in at 220 pounds. According to the size chart, he should be somewhere between an XL and a 2XL. He actually fits really nicely in the large. Keep in mind, when you are wearing an adventure jacket, you want to be able to move around freely. You don't want it to be so tight that you can't move around on the bike. If you're riding this off-road, you want to be able to get that bike around underneath you and have that range of motion. From a pants standpoint, he typically wears his pants in a size 54 European. He's wearing these in a size 52. So again, the one thing he did mention when he was trying these on was that it has a very slim European style fit. So if you want something that's a little bit more loose and more free-flowing, you can go with what you would normally expect from your European size pants. Now, 3 different colors are available, and what we did was we actually mix-matched the sand and the olive green so you could see exactly what the colors look like. There is also a black-gray option for you as well. Now, the main construction on this is going to be Gore-Tex Tri-Layer Pro shell. This is the top of the line from Gore-Tex. It's that laminate waterproof, so you are guaranteed to stay dry. And then for extra protection in your impact zones, you're actually getting Superfabric in the shoulders as well as the elbows with this. Now, what I think Belstaff did a very good job on is you get CE level 2 armor included at the elbows, the shoulder, and the back as standard. And the other thing is they've added CE level 1 chest protectors. Very rarely do you ever see chest protection added into a jacket, so it's great to see that you've got a full armor complement included with that particular price. Now, as we work our way from the top down, there is going to be a storm collar. It's removable. Once it's taken off, the cover comes down really nicely and it covers up where that zipper is. The zipper is actually hidden below here, but with that storm collar, it goes up underneath your helmet and it prevents any water at all from coming in. So if you're riding in a torrential downpour, you can go ahead and you can install that, and it will make sure that there's no water that seeps down from the collar. If you're riding in the warmer months, I like the fact that there is a snapback to this. I don't like to wear my collar completely closed, but I also don't like when it's flapping around and smacking my helmet either. So you can snap this back and it keeps the collar out of the way for you. You'll also notice this little tab right here. That is for a hydration tube. The jacket has a hydration pouch built in between the back protector and the outside of the jacket, and it will fit a hydration pack. They were trying to figure out a way to actually design the tube to come up and out of the jacket shoulder. Unfortunately, they couldn't do that without compromising the waterproof protection, so you will run this the old-fashioned way. You could put the tube in the back and then it runs outside the collar, and then this simply allows you to have a place to hold the hydration tube. If you've never used a hydration tube before, the last thing you want is for it to be flapping around behind you and you're trying to reach for it while you're riding. So this is a nice little addition right here. Again, anyone out there that's used a hydration pack, whether it's an external one or one that's built into a jacket, you know the benefit of being able to hold that tube in place so you can easily get to it. you can add in base layers. This is a bring your own base layer design. So if you are going to ride into the coldest months of the year, you are going to have to add in layers underneath, but there's 10 overall vents on the jacket, 4 vents on the pants. So as you ride in the warmer months of the year, you can open up all the vents and get a maximum amount of airflow. So you can absolutely use this jacket in full 4-season functionality. You're just going to have to add in base layers to it. Working your way down, really clean lines. You are going to have snaps adjustable at the forearm and the bicep. You're going to see you have one of your vents right here, and they are waterproof vents. So when they're sealed up, they will not allow any water to pass through. You're also going to have another vent down there underneath the armpit, and then you're going to have 2 main chest vents right here as well. And when you get to the back, we'll locate the other vents back there for you. Now, you're going to have water-resistant snap top-loading pockets on the top, waterproof pockets on the bottom, and these are waterproof because they actually fold over, and there is that water-resistant, or that waterproof zipper rather, on the top of this. So if you have anything that you want to keep dry, it's going to go in this bottom pocket. Mr. McHugh, go ahead and face sideways for me, strike the riding position. So you'll notice you have a rear exhaust vent on the back of the bicep. That's actually a really good shot of all the Superfabric in your impact zones. And as you work your way down, you're going to have an adjuster at the waist to give you that really nice hourglass figure. I know Pat's always concerned about how he looks when he's riding a motorcycle, hence why he's outfitted in Belstaff. He wants to be stylish. What I like about this is that if you are in the seated position, the jacket tends to bind up if you don't have this little gusset at the bottom. So I like the fact that you have this expansion gusset down here. It works really well regardless of your body type to just give you a little bit of extra room with these longer 3/4 jackets. McHugh, go ahead and face backwards for me, sir. So pop reflective with the giant Belstaff logo on the top of this. At the front, you did notice that there was that long way up little banner over on the right side. That is reflective as well. So you are getting pops reflective, and then larger exhaust vents on the back, so all that air coming in from the front has a place to escape to. And then you are going to have a rabbit pouch on the back of this. Now, this is going to be waterproof in its design as well, and if you are taking a longer trip where you're going to be in varying temperatures, this is a great place to just store that extra base layer in case temperatures begin to fall in the earlier or later part of the day. CE Level 2 back protector is included, like I said, so big thumbs up for Belstaff including that in the price. Just taking a quick look down the back of the pant, what you will notice back here is you are going to have the adjusters for the snaps at the bottom, and then you're going to have a zip-in entry on the side. These pants are not over the boot pants, so your boots have to come off. They're meant to be worn as a standalone option. McHugh, face forward for me. We're going to on-snap, we're going to on-zip. Now I will say that those vents really work to keep you dry, or to keep you cool if you're moving. Poor Mr. McHugh is standing here underneath the studio lights and he is definitely sweating, so we're going to work to get him out of the heat. So just keep that in mind when you're using Gore-Tex. Those vents keep you cool when you are riding and there's actually airflow pushing through. You're going to have dual Napoleon pockets at the top. This is actually not one of the Napoleon pockets. This is where the chest armor lives. So you can see the chest armor right there. Below it, you're going to have Napoleon pockets on both sides. And then you are going to have the removable kidney belt. If you've ever ridden off-road, you know the importance of utilizing a kidney belt. But if you're not riding as aggressively, you can go ahead and pull that out. But just a very clean interior liner with this. The one thing I will note is that you do have the zip together with the pants on the back, so it does create the complete suit. Just taking a quick look down the front. Gore-Tex Tri-Layer Pro shell pants in the design as well. Like I mentioned, they are a little bit of a slimmer design, so just keep that in mind. The sizing on this, just go with what you would normally wear with, and they should be loose enough to allow you to move around. You are going to have the Superfabric on the knee, CE Level 2 D30 at your hips and your knees on this, and there is Cossack's protection on the back, but there's no CE rating associated with that. You are going to have 4 vents in the pants, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, to help with all that airflow moving through, and they are located right on your thighs, so if you are standing in that riding position, it'll help to push the airflow through, and then additional storage pockets down there. McHugh, go ahead and zip up. We will wrap this video up so you can get out of there and you can stand in front of the fan and cool down. For those of you out there that are looking for a mix of luxury and premium, you like the idea of the long way up branding, you like the idea of the premium name that Belstaff brings to the table, and maybe you're just a fan of Ewan McGregor or Charlie Borman, this is definitely a piece to consider within Belstaff's line. Again, this is now your top-of-the-line premium piece from Belstaff for all of you adventure riders out there. If you want more information from what other riders have to say, you can click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. You can read other rider reviews, Or if you're not sure as to which piece of riding gear is really right for your riding style and you want to find something that matches with your budget, you can reach out to one of our gear geeks at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email over to cs@RevZilla.com. Make sure to hit them up if you have any additional questions. Thank you so much for joining us today for the Belstaff Long Way Up jacket and pant combo. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.